Hi everyone, this is Aaron Grew with Crypto Trends. Yeah, this is a live thing just starting out here. And today we are just taking a look at some stuff because I think the market is starting to heat up. And that's just me. So I'm just taking a look at some coins here and we'll go over and show you why. So I'm taking a look at the WorldCoin Index here, and we can look at the charts and stuff. And yeah, we have pretty much a few little greens and stuff like that. But for the most part, the energy that I'm getting, the market sentiment is anxious, a lot of anxiety. People want some type of movement. They're tired of the movement. They have their money sitting on the sidelines, or they're just waiting for Bitcoin to do something. And so let's go take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on with that. Head on over to Binance, and then we have Bitcoin going on right here. And let me just check. Okay. So we have Binance going on over here. And this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour candles. And one thing that I'm looking at is, yeah, okay, I said in my last video that right around in this point here, that was a real important point, because basically we can, hate to say this, but we can forget about this stuff here. Okay, this is where it is starting over. The game is starting over. And I'm a real big proponent of stuff like game theory and stuff. And that being said, I mean, we take a look at the volumes and we take a look at the price, and we also say, okay, if I'm a CEO, if I'm let's just put it this way, if I'm a person or a group of people that pretty much own the market and they view this as their market and you're playing with their money, uh, yeah, and you're playing with their money, okay, but then somehow you have a little bit of money that they want. So how are they going to get that money? How are they going to shake those coins loose from you? Well, what they do is that they buy low, or they buy in places where it's not readily apparent. So they might be they might be buying here, 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 here. If they're lucky, they might hit the very low part. Okay, fine. They'll be buying in the accumulation phases, in the consolidation areas. And so they're accumulating, and then they distribute them to, well, the not so lucky people on the highs. Okay, and so right here, this was like an accumulation phase, a sit back and wait. Same as here, accumulation, bump it up. See, okay, let me scroll into here since I'm talking about this. This, come on thing. Okay, so right here, we can see that the volume is going up. Sell, 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 sell. With every seller, there's a buyer. So buy, 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 buy. And then, okay, I have these coins. Let's go ahead and see. It turns around there. Let's go ahead and give it a little boost. Boom. And let's bump it up. Give it a boost. Boom. And let's bump it up. And let's see what happens. So I'm seeing this is a test. This is a test. Sit back and wait. Okay, let's accumulate a little bit more. And then let's give it some juice to see if any. It's kind of like fishing. If you ever chum, where you throw some bait into the water without hooks on it, and the fish come and feed. And so that's what they're doing. They're chumming the waters. Okay, let's bump it up. Let's bump it up. Two waves here. Let's get them excited. Okay, they're getting excited. It goes down, down, down. Let's give them a bump right here. Let's give them another bump. And let's try to get this pushed up, because I want to drop the coins that I've had here at a much higher return up in this area. And so this is accumulation. This is like a testing. This is another testing. So test one, test two, that type of stuff. I'm talking about Wyckoff stuff. So get read up on Wyckoff. Perhaps I'll have a tutorial. I'm keeping it pretty simple here though. But anyway, you take that and you look at the volumes. And one thing that I like to see on volumes is I actually like to see decreasing volumes. which is a lack of interest. And that's when I start getting interested. That's when I start getting interested in stuff, because it's not so much on the really high parts where I like a declining volume. I like them on where they're either flat or they're going down. So if this was a declining volume while it's going down, I'd just be loving it. But that wasn't the case, so I wasn't loving it. To me, that sounds like, okay, it's going to go into some type of a channel and just kind of like bump around the channel for a bit. That's how I see it. And so right now, okay, we have this channel, but then, and it's going flat, and then when it's going flat or downward, and there's a pretty good decrease in volume, like so, it's going down here. If you guys can see that, it's going down, and so, and plus it's flat or going at a nice downward trend, which is like a coiling effect. That to me is building up pressure. That the coiling effect builds up pressure and then it pops. But then when it's like this, it also pops because people are getting antsy. They want something to happen. They want something to move. And so right now we're looking at real low volume. Look, I mean, look at that. It's well, maybe the candle just hit. Let's go to the 1 hour, see if we can do anything. I don't look at the 1 hour too much. For the most part, I look at the 4. But sometimes the 1 hour, if you scroll out, it gives you a nice trend. See how it goes from here all the way down to here, the chart. And you can look at the volume amounts here. So it's decreasing compared to this volume here. This is on the MACD. So if I turn volume off, okay, so there's just the MACD. And so, okay, well, we have waning volume here. All right, which is like totally cool. Let me turn the volume back on, the little bars. And so that gives you some indications here. Boom. And I like it when it's flat. And yeah, so there's a little bit of a push. So I'm thinking that we are going to see for the next week coming up, today's the 25th. I'm thinking we're going to see a pretty nice jump in activity here, simply because people want some type of action going on. You know, they're tired of this stuff. So let's take a look at NIO. Let's take a look at NIO. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Okay, and once again, I'm on. Let me get the Mac. Well, I'll keep the MACD up. Okay, same thing as NIO. NIO really shows it. NIO really shows it. So we have huge activity here, huge buy-in down below. Okay, let's buy these coins. Buy. And then all of a sudden, a huge pump. Let's go ahead and I bought a bunch of coins. Let's pump this up, see if it'll go. Yay, it went. Okay, it's going. And okay, let's bump this up again. Let's look for a test. So this is test 1, test 2. Just like before on Bitcoin. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2 failed. Okay, etc. Let's go back to NIO. So what we have here is we have basically a fairly flat trading zone. That nice little like W type of pattern. Hold on, I need some coffee. We have nice descending volume here, which I like, and it's on a flat here. It also has another pattern here of the coiling that I was talking about. Coiling, building up steam, and then wham, it fell off. Another pattern here in NIO that I like is I would have liked it better if this would have been a parabolic downward, where it just went zoom. I would have liked that like this right here. This is more of a parabolic than this. See the curve? The curve, if if you think of this like a mirror or something like that, where is the curve pointing? It's pointing this way. Okay, it's pointing out this way. And so if it was pointing this way, I would have liked it much better. This is kind of, I mean, that's straight. See if I can find a parabolic that goes the other way. But I'm sure you guys get it. See this curve here? This curve here would be going this way. See that? Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's move on. So anyway, for NIO, nice downward trend with declining volume. I'm really liking that declining volume. Price on NIO right now is, gosh, what's the price? $66. Okay. So I think the last time I looked at, I might have been NIO. Is that like 666 of all things? But anyway, I am really starting to like NIO here. And that's, that's just me. This is not trading advice. This is just my opinion. These are the things that I look at, trying to show you guys some patterns. You can look at this stuff with just kind of like patterns. You don't have to know the whole technical TA and draw the charts and stuff like that. It is beneficial, that's for sure, because you can take this point and draw it, and then you would have, I don't know, see, like, where would you start with that on your TA? You'd probably come way back here and draw it. I like to break it down into smaller sections, because the reason I like to do that is because people have a short memory on the news. People have a very short memory on news, on FUD, on a whole bunch of things. And if you're going back more than 2-3 weeks, okay, that's great. Yeah, going back further is important, but what happens is that these are different times here. This is when that Mt. Gox guy dumped, and he dumped, and he dumped, right? And that was a terrible time. But right here, I said it's important point, because the game basically restarted. The people that were in here basically got their coins shook loose, and so these are the people that are hanging on. And then here, this is a big trend where also a lot of people, see the volume here, a lot of people got out. They're just getting fed up with this. We're also had the FUD, etc., etc. And let me go to the chats here. Greg Miller, hey Greg, thanks for joining. Always great content and reliable info. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everything goes sideways until April 9th. Then we will see. Okay, well, we'll take, yeah, I'm talking about that right now. We'll see. Haven't got into April yet. I'm only talking about from the 25th to about the 30th. Okay, the end of the month. Okay, then what happens? April 9th. Okay, then it breaks out, up or down. Copy that. Okay, yeah, we're getting there, okay? We are getting there. So let me go there. Let me bring up my little chart I drew. If I can find it. It was on market sentiment. Let's see. I think it was here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is March. I'm thinking we're seeing this part right here in this market sentiment area where it is going up. So about right here is the 25th, and here's the end of the month, okay? And after that, market sentiment is where this isn't necessarily me, but it's the energy that I'm getting from the space that's out there, okay? And you guys are picking up on this stuff. There's a lot of people that really want Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. They really want this thing dumped to about 4,000 or even 2,500. If it does dump really low, 2,500, almost 3,000 range. So this right here, this little dotted line is about 4,500, whatever. That's where people are wanting this thing to like dump. Will it go there? Well, I mean, it could. It could also continue to go up. We'll see. But keep in mind that the reason Um, I'm getting why it's going to go down is because they want to further shake people out of the market. They want to get all the weak hands out. They want to get all the weak hands out of their game, and also right around here, between the 9th and the 15th is people are getting their taxes done, where a lot of the people wait till the last minute and get their taxes done. They're going to have to maybe pull out funds to pay for their taxes. Also, they might get educated about the tax laws, where they'll learn that, yeah, they're basically screwed. They're basically screwed from taxes. They don't have to pass a law against crypto in the U.S. They already did. It's called the new tax law, where yeah, and people will get educated on that, and then they'll just say, "Oh, screw this, I'm out. It's just not worth it." Blah 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 blah. And I'm waiting to hear that news. I am waiting to hear that news, because then that is music to my ears when the sky is falling, the earth is going to explode, cryptos are going with it, that type of stuff. So um, that to me, that's when I buy. I buy on the downward trend. Like right here, I would buy here, and then I would buy here, and then I would buy here. So going back to Bitcoin, or just a chart in general, this is NEO. Um, so I don't accumulate here. I wait for the dip, and I usually buy right around in this area. Boom. And then like here, I'd pick it up right around in here. Boom. That's where I pick it up. And because the thing is that I try to put my my head in the same space of the people manipulating the market. Where are they buying, and or where would they buy in order to get the coins lower so they can push the price up and manipulate it? Because they're not going all in here. They have a ton of money just to shoot this thing skyrocket up if they want, but they want to shake the coins loose. And so I try to put um, I that's just me. That's just my trading style. I always buy, or always try to buy, on a red trading candle. I rarely buy on a green. That's for sure. Unless this thing is just continuously going up and it's going green, well then heck, I'm like buying right on this arrow or this one where it's still going up. And that's just me. But where's it going? I think it's going up towards the end of the month, and then things are going to turn around, and we'll see. But things can go up, things can go down. So but anyway, I think NEO is, given the decrease in volume here, and it's a pretty significant fall off from this point here, that to me that's a lot of pressure that's building, and it's just getting ready to pop. So we'll see if I have anything else on the chat. Okay. Copy that. If stock market crashes before, I think BTC goes down and alts with it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I don't want that. Get out of there. Good old trading view. Launch chart. Come on, thing. Yeah, Apple. Apple's taking a dump. Or, let's see. I want... Let's see. Which one? Whoops. Come on. There it is. Okay, so here we go. Here's an interesting thing too. Huge upswing, dumps. double top, dumps. Go back to BTC. Huge upswing, double top, kind of dumps. Interesting. I'm thinking there is a strong correlation between the two. So if we look at this date here of when it topped, it was December 17th. This date here, January 26th. Let's look at the other top here. This is December 26th. Yeah, December 26th. They both had a 6 in them. December 27th. This one here, date, oh, lo and behold, it is February 26th. This one here, January 6th. Here we go, March 12th. Very similar pattern, right? Very similar pattern. But what's leading it? Bitcoin, the chart on Bitcoin is actually ahead of the Dow Jones. Interesting Dow Jones. So what can we expect from the Dow Jones if we say, okay, the Bitcoin chart is actually an indicator for the Dow Jones? And so right now the Dow Jones is right here. I mean, it's right at this point right here where it's dumping, okay? Or maybe you can say it's here at this point, you know, because, you know, not everything's, it's not an exact match. Boom, huge dump. And what are we seeing? We're seeing a lot of FUD on the Dow Jones, that's for sure. But if we can look at this support line here. I mean, the thing is almost, the similarities are too close to dismiss. But for the Dow Jones, yeah, it looks like we're finding support here. I like to take, instead of here at the very top or at here, I like to take kind of like the middle between the top and the bottom to find the 0 point. And because that would be like a 0 point in a sine wave. And so I like to find the center there. Boom, there we go. And so for the Dow, I'm looking at for it to like dump a little bit more. And then we'll just see what happens. We'll look at the FUD that goes on with Facebook. Facebook is, I mean, Zuckerberg is having a time of it. let's say. So we can just see. Let's take a look at the volume. Heavy volume here, which is actually a good sign. Do we have heavy volume? I mean, there's been really increasing volume here, and for it to dump a whole lot more, like way down in this area, you know, we'll see. I think, you know, looking at this, I think it's going to start turning around real quick. I think it'll go down a little bit. Like right around here, that median here, it's going to find a pretty good support, and then we're going to see something like this here where it goes up again. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, it's all a guessing game. It's all a gamble. So we'll see. Anyway, that's Dow Jones, which is quite interesting. That I think Bitcoin is actually a predictor. And that's just me. That's just me. Greetings, Frey. Hey, Frey. Greetings. Okay, great. So I'm not not involved in stock, but hope it stays strong. Yeah, same here. And if you're not involved in stock, you know, that's okay. It's you know, do you have other investment vehicles out there? Because point being is that cryptos are extremely volatile, which is cool. I think it's cool. But, you know, do you have other stuff going out there? You know, perhaps you own property. Perhaps you own something else, etc. Let me bring the mic up a little bit higher. But yeah, do you own something else? Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's your choice. That's something to talk to a financial advisor about, and that's one thing I am not. I am not a financial advisor. But anyway, I am liking, by the looks of it, I am liking Neo. I'm thinking this thing's gonna go doop a little bit. That could be on the short term for about a week, and then after a week we'll see what happens. But energetic wise, it just seems like people are getting real tired of inactivity and are waiting to go and buy something, hoping that it will increase. And look at Bitcoin decreasing in interest here. People are getting anxious. They're wanting this thing just to do something. So we'll see what happens, unless there's a lot of FUD. ETH looks like ETH looks like the bears are actually getting sleepy. The bears are getting sleepy. But then there's a whole lot of FUD going on with the SEC and ETH, and that's scaring people. So we'll see. I think they're just waiting on the news. We'll see what's going on with that. But I'm taking a look at Neo. So let's go look at some other coins, shall we? And yeah, I look at ETH because it's really hard for me to part with my Bitcoin. Let's see. So I have this sorted by volume. I like to sort it on volume. Just taking a look. Tron. Yeah, huge ride here. Dump. Yeah, of course. I mean, another parabolic. Yeah, it's not enough pressure behind it. There was a lot of pressure and steam building here. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. And so Tron found it, and up it went. So I'm not looking at anything in the future for Tron. EOS. Same thing. It's already had its ride. BNB, I just get whenever. I like to get it on the lows. It's because I'm on Binance and I use that as a discount. So I'm using it as a utility. Actually, if it goes up, great. If it goes down, great. I'm not getting it as like as a coin to where I think it's going to shoot up. It definitely does. But so I pick some up every now and then on the lows, and then, hey, it goes high. Hey, I'll sell it off. But I look at Binance Coin a little bit differently. Let's see. Anything else going on? Any other questions? Bring your questions. Okay. Frey. Can all privacy coins actually be banned? Absolutely. And can they be banned? Yes. And let's say, okay, they're banned. And then the people say, well, I'm still going to trade them. I'm going to hook up my little Monero server, and I'm going to mine it, and I'm just going to, take it from there, and I'm not going to get caught. What? That is a conspiracy theory. That is the biggest conspiracy theory, because they know what you download. They know what you download, and they can track what's running on your computer. And even on your computers, think of them as being a compromised device. These little guys, compromised. Okay? Anything that's hooked up to the internet is compromised. And can they find it through Tor? Absolutely. Can they find it through some type of other onion layered network? Absolutely. Of course they can. So yeah, privacy coins, can they be banned? Yeah, they can be banned and they can be stopped. So privacy on the internet is one of the largest conspiracy theories out there, I think. And just check out stuff with Snowden. Okay, remember about Snowden. It's out there. It's out there. They can get it. And that's why I say, okay. So Greg says, what do you think on Encash? Encash, interesting. Let's go take a look. Go over here. I looked at that a little bit a while ago, and it's interesting. I mean, its chart, yeah, it's looking good. But let's look at the markets here. We'll do a real quick. Okay, get on Binance, CoinEx, IDEX, Get on Binance. I don't know about those others, right? Let's go to its website here. Okay. Can you tell who entered your office? Well, gosh. That's kind of scary right there. But anyway. Okay. So what is Nucleus Vision? They were founded at Harvard. Okay. IoT. Contactless identification system. Yeah. Facial recognition. Also, cell phones. Cell phones. So they can do a lot of cool stuff. Um, they're doing this identity thing. Yeah, that's the identity thing is going to be huge in the future. That's what the key is all about. They're actually taking the identity, fingerprints from this little guy, fingerprints, facial recognition, retinal scans, that type of stuff, and then hooking that up to existing um, government databases. In other words, you can't type in your information saying, "Oh, I'm Joe Blow." They're going to say, "No, off your fingerprint, we're tying that into the actual fingerprint data, so they know 100% who this person is." Nucleus Vision and Encash does not have that, as far as I'm aware, that they're actually tapped into 100% known identities. It's on the retailer side where it goes into the stores and stuff like that. And let's see if I can find a little picture here. But Encash is, they're on the retailer side where you come in and it says, okay, is this Encash I'm thinking about, or is it someone else? No, it's let's go look at their white paper real quick. I might be getting confused. Let's go look at their technology. Yeah, their IoT sensors. Okay, they're deep learning. Just making sure. Yeah, cryptocurrency based loyalty. Let's look at their products. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm right. I'm talking about the right one. Okay, so Encash, yeah, they're tying in. Um, the thing is with Encash is that this technology already kind of exists. Well, it does exist with stores like Walmart. Walmart has pretty extensive amounts of technology that they've developed that is currently in their stores, so they can track. Okay, this person has been in here before. What do they usually get? What check out the traffic pattern within the stores. Okay, a majority of people buy milk. Let's say milk is a classic example for retail. So they buy milk, and so what they do is that they say, okay, they usually travel through the store, using a type of heat map examples. How many people were in this area? Let's do a heat map type of thing. So the red is the most traffic. Okay, we can put our high return non-sell items, but put like a sale on it that it's really cool, and that, yeah, they might have 20% off, but the day before they bumped up the price to 35% plus, so you're actually getting you're getting hit by 10%. Yeah, I've actually seen that happen. Not in Walmart. I usually don't go in Walmart, but I've actually seen that in Sears. There was one time. Anyway, I don't need to go into the story, but this little thing is a device you put into the stores where the people can come in. Boom! It picks up their identity from their cell phone, and then it'll send a signal. Hey, do you want to get some Encash for sharing your information? Blah 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 blah, and that's supposed to help with the salespeople, so the salespeople can say, "Oh, this is a repeat customer, and let's have the rewards," that type of stuff. A lot of customers are already doing that with their, the little credit cards or what's your repeat customer number, whatever. This one's doing that basically um, over the wire, okay, and either through cell phones at first, and then facial recognition and stuff like that. So we'll see, but don't expect this to go into Walmart. Walmart already has it and is beyond this technology. Okay, but other stores, will they go into it? Um, we'll have to see whether or not the brick and mortar stores will actually buy into it. Um, if a Macy's picks it up, that would be huge for Encash. Will they? It's a battle between the brick and mortar and the online presence, online purchasing. So we'll see what happens with Encash. But the thing is, will this actually provide value for the uh, for the brick and mortars, for their stores, that people can walk in and feel the goods? And that's really important part. But will they actually purchase this coin, and not purchase the coin, but purchase these units and put them in? And will they start seeing value, or will they want to just stick with what they have and put in your customer loyalty card, put in your phone number, and then it pops that up. um, we'll just have to see. I'm really, if it goes, yeah, they could have like a Walmart thing, which really helps them, and then the customer gets, some coins. But what's to prevent the customer from just walking into the store and then saying, "Oh, share your data with us," and okay, so you shop a bit, and then you hit okay, share your data, yes, boom, here's some Encash, and then they walk out, like at malls and stuff like that. Will people do that? Yeah, the most part. We'll see. It's one of those things that, what does this remind me of? What does this remind me of? Ah, a movie with Tom Cruise, Minority Report, where he's just walking through, like, I don't know, like a mall or something like that, and there would be like some hologram pop up because the sensor scanned his retina or whatever. And then so it's like, "Hey, John, come have a beer," and they know the type of beer he drinks and this and that. Can be quite annoying after a while. But yeah, like Minority Report, yeah, that's like Nucleus Vision, to an extent. Can it pick up? Is there a market out there? Yeah, there's a market out there. So we'll see if they can convince people that, yeah, you can increase uh, your customer sales, so you get repeat customers. And yeah, then if they can do that, then yeah, there'll be definite business for that. So let's go look at their chart here real quick. Flat, it's gone up, decreasing volumes. So let's go out here. We're on the 4 hour. So it's already had a bump. A lot of things have already had a bump. And so right now it's basically in this little flag. So um, downward, this is actually a bearish sign. But, I like the decreasing volume here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Bloop. See, low volume, decreasing volume. People want something to happen. Boom. That's kind of like what I'm looking at here. So it could go a little bit lower, but it's actually holding pretty good, isn't it? It's going flat pretty good. I'm just taking a look at it here. Waning interests, which is, I like waning interests. See that? People just aren't giving a darn about this thing right in this area. And why is that? Well, what happens when people don't give a darn? This happens. Big volume here. How would I look at this? How would I look at this? Where is the bloody... Get the MACD off. So I'm looking at this chart. Accumulate, distribute, distribute. Okay, so this coin is still in play as I see it. You have accumulation, accumulation, a lot of accumulation here. See this big thing right here? That's where the CO entered. Still playing, still accumulating here, doing a test. Test 1. Feed the fishies. Distribute some. This person picked up a majority of the coins right in this area here. Now I'm talking about the market manipulators, the COs. Don't know what I mean by COs. Check out Wyckoff stuff. I'm looking at this basically from a game theory perspective. That's what I'm doing. Have a test. Write it up. Distribute. Boom, it went down, so that's a top. That would be the bottom. That was a top. So this here... Right about here to here are your trading ranges. And it went above that because this is early in the game. Retrying the trading ranges. This is just another test trying to establish the upper bounds of the trading range. See these huge candles? Boom. Let's go ahead and just like force this thing up if we can to find the top. Okay, there's a top. Let's give it some time. Let's feed it some more. Will people follow? Boom. Let's do it again. Let's force this thing up. Yeah, Encash is actually looking pretty dang. And then we scale it back here. Encash is looking pretty dang interesting to me. And then plus, if you look at the pathetic amount of volume here. Yeah, I'm liking Encash. I'm actually going to Notepad. Write that down. Thanks for having me take a look at that. I looked at it before, right after it got Binanced. Haven't been that much interested in it, but as you can tell here from the scale overall, it's just... But there has been significant... See this significant purchase here? Boom. That's where the COs got a majority of their coins. Still accumulating here. And this is the testing phase, okay? How high can we get this thing going? Encash looking tasty. Looking tasty. See if I have other comments. Minority Report, good flick. Yeah, it's a great. It's a great flick. There's some interesting movies out there where that a lot of the crypto stuff is mimicking, and you have Minority Report, and then another one is Gattaca, where they have the people go and they keep on getting like little blood samples from their finger, like they pass through, and it would pull their blood, and all of a sudden it'd do a DNA check, and it'd bring them up on a monitor, and they would just, that's how they could bring everything up. That's Gattaca. Take a look at Gattaca as well. Minority Report, awesome. There's some other great flicks out there. But yeah, the Gattaca. There's this one movie, I can't remember the name of it, where everybody had like this chip in their wrist, and that's how they would have like this money, this currency. But if it went to zero, it's like it was tapped into their heart, and it would boom, shut their heart off, and they had this drop dead in the middle of the street. That was another great show. So that's quite interesting. I can't remember the name of that. If you guys remember the name of that show, let me know, because I want to like rent it again. Oh, John Wick. Yeah, John Wick was awesome. Where they actually used their own basic cryptocurrencies. They were minted in gold and stuff, but you could think that as crypto, and that was very interesting. And I just watched the both John Wick movies, gosh, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. Actually got them, and I liked them, so that was cool. And Freight, paid in coins for jobs. Yeah, they were. Those are those little minted things that they had. That was a great show too. So I love John Wick. Let's see, what else were you saying? Love the key. You love the key. Let's go look at the key. But yeah, just taking a look here at Encash. Encash, to me, going back to that real quick, is looking mighty tasty in my eyes. Let's go look at the key. And it is on. Get out of there. Cancel. Leave. Okay. Encash, or the key. KuCoin. Let's go look at KuCoin. TKY, the key. Huge sell wall. Anyway, I got the key. Yeah, right around the area where it's trading now, and then also lower. So my average is right around, I don't know, I guess I'd say about 26, 27 is my cost average buying in. And so it's at 28.5. Okay, so I'm basically ahead of the game right now. But is the key? What do we have with the key? It's hard to tell. This is on the 8-hour candle. Let's go to the 1 hour. And, KuCoin is pretty cool. Oh, wow. They've actually picked up in volume substantially. It used to be really choppy looking. When I first picked it up, there wasn't any volume on this thing whatsoever. There'd be hours between trades, it seemed like. Anyway, if we're taking a look at the key, nice downward cycle here. This is on the 1 hour. Nice downward cycle, building up steam. It's doing that coiling type of thing. I love that pattern. And yeah, so yeah, the key is the reason why I think NEO is going to succeed. Also, Ontology. The key is hooked up with Ontology. Let's see if we can Google that. Ontology and the key. It's an A. So there's some stuff here, and you can take a look. Catherine with the key in a really good AMA she had on YouTube said that they're going to be doing work with Ontology, and I think that might have been in their in the Keys white paper as well. As far I'm thinking, I don't recall 100%, but I think it was also saying that they're was it? I'm confused whether it's actually in their white paper or the AMA where they're working with Ontology. The key is, and so you have the three. You have Neo, the big base. You have Ontology, and then the key, which is, you can think of the key as being the reason for Neo, the reason for Ontology. The key is driving everything in China. It is like the most important coin going on in China, and that is because of the national security stuff, the hardcore 100% identification of the key. Check out my video on the key. The key has a scary potential, both big brother wise, and then I think on where it can go wise. I mean, right now it's 285, 2850 sats. It's a penny. So yeah, the key. Love the key. That is, for me, that's a long-term hold, and I do have a core position in it. And no, I haven't been paid by them, but if, hey, they want to send me some money, I'll do yet another stellar review for them. I kind of cut the other one off short because I was thinking, it's a matter of national security. It really doesn't matter. I mean, this thing's going someplace. So let's see. Any other questions? Keep the questions coming. Okay. Not expecting much with the key until September. Yeah. It's like I'm not expecting much from Venn until June, July, August. ONT is interesting too. Yeah, we'll take a look at ONT here. Yeah, waiting for April dip. I'm taking a look at that too. Right now I'm just talking about things. Okay, what's going to happen this week? Are things going to start picking up? Usually a trend you watch for is Pacific Standard Time between 8:30 and 9:30. Things pick up where you can start seeing the high frequency trading bots starting to kick in. And it's quite interesting, and that's usually when they pop up, is what I've noticed. Maybe they reset those times, so we'll see. But yeah, April, where's my little picture here? Yeah, I'm looking for April, where I'll go in and buy on those red candles, man. That's what, we'll see. So yeah, we'll see. Time to consolidate is definitely coming up because everybody and their brother knows that Bitcoin is just going to like skyrocket. It's like the next big thing, right? And we're looking at all the regulations, all the laws. Everything is geared around making this thing, making Bitcoin and the other coins out there, is to make sure that they are, what is the word? Legitimate. Okay, it's all about legitimizing the market so that Bitcoin can actually be an asset migration path, so that similar to how you have stocks and bonds and gold and silver. Those are all asset paths, and people travel amongst them. We're starting to see a little bit with that with Bitcoin. But as far as institutional wise, we can't see that yet. We can't see that yet until they get the regulations in place. But when they had Ripple on, the Ripple CEO on, and then all of a sudden they said that he was the richest man in the world all of a sudden, and that's when people really started to take note. If you look back at that time frame when Ripple just skyrocketed, and all of a sudden he was like the main dude on paper anyway, that's when people got interested. Not when, little old crypto coin market was at, 285 billion. That's nothing. 500 billion, yeah, nothing. 800 billion, things started getting interesting. You can like get an aircraft carrier for that. So yeah, going back to this, April, yeah, I'm looking for a dump. Right now I'm just looking for like the next week. Okay, here's a question. How many coins tokens do you buy for long holds? As many as I can. That's for sure. I do have core holdings, as many as I can. But keep in mind, this is not my primary asset class where I have a majority of my funds. And I think I drew a picture of that last time. But let's go to good old Gimpo. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. File, new. Yeah, that works. Whatever. Black. Okay. Pencil. Okay, so you have a pyramid here. Well, pretend it's a pyramid. Okay, pretend. Use your imagination. Let me make this size smaller. Okay, so let's say we have the pyramid and it's broken up into sections, right? This area here has the highest volatility and also the highest reward potential. This down here has the lowest risk. So risk increases. Let me just new layer. White. Good. Okay, so we have risk on this axis here. And then, so on this pyramid, you have your assets, and then the amount that you invest could it depends on your risk reward ratio, where you're at, and this is something to define for yourself if you want to be all in this area. So you're all risk, or are you partially into this area here? This area could be like stocks, bonds. Stocks are risky, they're risky. Down here you might have your CDs where you get 0% return, right? That'll be CDs. CDs should be down here. They are recently, I used to get CDs. They used to be, I used to work in banks doing finance where I'd buy jumbo CDs from other banks. And I'd see interest rates 13, 15%. Now it's what a joke. It's a joke. It's I don't know. CDs. What a return. It's like keeping your money in your savings account, right? Anyway, so you have your lowest lowest return. Usually it's the most safety. So it just depends on what percentage you want to be in. Down here, this could be like real estate, etc. But so I'm spread out here with this part, the high risk area being the lowest percentage. So I have a majority of my stuff here, and a little bit here. So if I had more money, actual liquidity to stick in here, I might, But as far as coins, I don't have like a ton of coins. Like some people have 1 million coins. I don't. I just don't have that amount of funds tied up into crypto. They're tied up right now in other things. And will I disclose how much? No, because I'm a YouTuber. I will say that I have between 1 and a million. Um, and that would be something that's like a penny. I do have the actual most coins, the actual just sheer number of coins. The most I have is in the key of all things. But keep in mind, it's at a penny. Ven is at like $3, $4. I don't have nearly as many coins in Ven. You know, I'm just not a big player there. Anyway, this is boring. That's something to ask your financial advisor. Okay. So let's see. Okay, let's go back to the chat. You guys having good. You guys having really good questions and stuff. Love you guys. That's for sure. I do appreciate you. Let's go back. Okay, tokens. How do you buy for long holds? Okay. Coins, tokens, do you buy for long holds? And how many? Yeah, so I mean, what I do is I buy some coins and then I accumulate some more and then I accumulate some more and I accumulate some more and I accumulate some more. I accumulate some more. And so I am constantly buying coins. And the thing is, I'm not buying for, some people want to do day trades or even swing trades. I buy long term. I'm looking towards, like on the key, I'm looking for maybe some activity to start happening September, December, mainly later. Like here's one. I'll go back here. People forget about things. And this was one of my very first coins that I reviewed. Very first one of them. And this was Mediblock. Love Mediblock. And I've been accumulating it ever since. Well, actually, I couldn't, but not until recently because it went on to a different exchange. But I've been wanting to accumulate Mediblock, and I've been waiting for it to get onto a different exchange because Gate.io just they went on here buy box recently. I think this was the exchange. It was a different one. Anyway, this is a coin that I have for very, very, very long term. Long term. I'm not looking for anything from this, any type of activity or news. And notice the price. So they're at 38, 10. A penny. This is way down from where they were. That's on the 15-minute. Let's go to the day. Yeah, this is it. Let's look at this. Don't forget about this coin. Look at my review on them. They're at a penny, which is way below where they were when I did the review on them. But I wasn't looking at the price there. But a penny, my gosh. Look at the volume here. I got to go and see if I can actually, if it's legal for U.S. citizens, to get on there. I was reading a bit, but I got to sign up. Because I couldn't buy it before being a U.S. citizen. But man, if you can get on here, it's $1. Check it out. Check out my review. They've been very quiet. They've been building this thing is what they've been doing. They don't or haven't done marketing on purpose. They are building this thing. This is going to be the medical information coin for South Korea. They understand that they can't put all the data onto the blockchain, that is going to be on the databases. It is they know where they're going. I think it is an outstanding coin. It is my top coin for 2019. Let's tell you that. It's my top coin for 2019, and that was in one of my previous videos where I brought up MediBlock. And I think at that time it was like at 20 cents. Now it's at a penny. So yeah, that's when I accumulate. So I have definitely got to go take a look at that one. Because I've been waiting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, love John Wick. Not expecting much with the key. Yeah, not till later. They're building it. The key will support Neo. Let's see. Frey, what did you say? Yeah, dip in April. That seems to be the overall general market sentiment, is that people are wanting a dip in April, or they think it's going to drop. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, Electroneum, love it or hate it. There's like no in between. I haven't reviewed Electroneum for a reason. I don't like their marketing or their honesty. They marketed it as a mobile miner, runs on a cell phone. Okay, fine. Let's say that was a happening thing. How I saw that was, you're paying $600, $700, $800, $1,000 to get a phone because it's faster and has more RAM. And here you go, and you put mining stuff on something that can't even barely be called a computer, and you're going to try to mine on a cell phone? To me, that is ridiculous. It is absurd. High-end graphics card with mining have on a big computer have a hard enough time. And so you have ASICs and stuff for mining. You want to put it on a cell phone? That's ridiculous. Well, lo and behold, apparently they found that out. And so now they have the mining whatever going on their servers. And so it's a virtual mining thing, which all of a sudden, when they got confronted, they started saying, oh yeah, it's virtual mining now. So you hit a button, which is an app, and it goes and it updates. It's like a damn video game. You hit a button and you get a point on your screen. You hit a button, you get a point on your screen. I think that what they said was like up to $3. So anyway, it's just not for me. Okay, I'm not looking at that coin. I don't hold any of it. It's just not for me. I like companies that are out there and are honest and have integrity, etc. Like VeChain. Okay, look at VeChain. I always talk about VeChain. Honest and integrity goes a long way in my book. So Electroneum, do I hate it? No, I don't hate it. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. I'm a little bit less than neutral. I don't care for it, let's put it that way. It's not that I hate it, it's just not for me. That's all. I'd much rather put money towards Stellar. Much rather put money towards Stellar, and that's just me. What else do we have here? For us Europeans, it's nice that Binance goes Malta, and maybe we can go in with fiat. Yeah, that would be a totally awesome thing. And don't forget about Poloniex. Don't forget about Circle. Yeah, they might do the same thing. Interesting times. And then plus Europeans. Why do you think ETH is having such an issue with things? I mean, Ether's sucking wind right now. I mean, right at this point, it's looking pretty tasty. It's doing that low volume thing. And will it take a dip? I think the bears are kind of tired right now, at least for a week. but it's looking pretty tasty. See how flat that trading range is? Real flat, and then yeah, it could just fizzle and drop down, but it's already down pretty far. Yeah, there's a test. Anyway, ETH, going back. What do we have? We have the privacy thing that's coming up, where you have to have the right to be erased. So if your information is in a database, it actually needs to be deleted, not just let's say if information is on the blockchain, your information is there. Okay, how can you get around that? What you can do is you can basically disconnect the private keys. Okay, so you burn your private keys, so there's no information ever in there. Anyway, the thing with the privacy thing coming up is a huge thing to watch out for. That's why I am right now I'm looking kind of bullish on Ethereum for the very short term, but I am extremely bearish on it for long term. Ethereum used to be a long-term hold for me. It is no longer. I've actually dumped all of my ERC20 tokens and all of my Ethereum a while back, with very few exception. And I'm trying to think what that is. Venn doesn't count. It's going on its own. It's going on its own. And I knew that for a while. But yeah. The privacy thing in Europe is quite interesting and is not to be discounted. Let's see. Electroneum. I don't like Electroneum so much. You don't like Electroneum? Yeah, neither do I. Join the club. I don't. It's either you have the Electroneum kitty, not call them kitties, stuff or not. But one thing here is like ETH. I hate ETH of late. I hate it. I hate it long term. I can't stand it. But from a price action point of view, right now it's looking kind of tasty. So, if Electroneum, you might not like Electroneum, but you know what? Don't get emotionally attached. Don't get emotionally attached for swing trade stuff. What is Electroneum anyway? Oh yeah, ETN. See, come on thing. ETN. ETN. Is it not on Binance? Oh. Good. I don't have to worry about it. No, it's on KuCoin though. Okay. 2 cents. Let's go take a look at it on KuCoin. Because bringing it up, why I'm taking a look at it is because there's a lot of energy. People are looking at this thing. There's a lot of energy. Keep your ears open about what people are talking about. Let's take a look at this thing. See if it looks tasty. Wow, what's up with that sell wall there? Maybe it looks better on BTC than ETH. ETN. Where's it? Oh. Okay. Wham. Hit the exchange. Got dumped. Going down, going down, going down. Where's that? 336. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. That's enough for me. It's like making me aggravated just looking at it. Yeah. I've been using a mobile miner. It's pretty cool, but the hardware community can be a bit much at times. A mobile miner. Way cool. Good for you, Frey. My kids actually didn't care for crypto until they earned some. You know, that's one thing with the electronium. You can hit that, and it makes it exciting and stuff. But I think you're limited to like $3 equivalency a month or something like that. So, and that's on the electronium if you keep on hitting that button. Kind of cool idea if they could actually do peer-to-peer mobile mining. I will definitely say that. And do I think peer-to-peer networks, as far as mining, are the future? Yeah. I just don't think Electronium is the one to actually pull it off. But very, very, very interesting stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I have Med too. That was. Let's see if I can get out of here. Hopefully, this doesn't die. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Way back here on January 12th, and then in um, right here on December 31st, I think, is when I did talked about MediBlock. So it's hopefully this is still going. Hopefully I didn't kill you guys. Okay, people still there? I hope I didn't kill you. um, let's pop out the chart. Okay, have I compared Med with MTN? Still here. Yay! Oh, man. I shouldn't have done that. I'm kind of new to the streaming stuff on how this stuff works. Anyway, um, MTN. Let's go look at MTN. No, 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 no. Let's go here. MTN, MTN. Let's go take a look at MTN real quick. Okay, they're in Huobi. That's good. They're also on KuCoin. Okay, let's go take a look at their website. We'll just do a real quick review. do 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 do. Take a look at their team. Come on, website. Come on. What are they guys out of Gibraltar or something? Let's see. Okay, team looks pretty good. Let's look at their partnerships. Come on, thing. Uh, See what their news says. Just doing a quick look here at Medical Chain. You know what? This really depends on. I can see MediBlock going further for sure. MediBlock will be South Korea and other countries. This might be it for Europe. But as far as the how will this information get deleted? How can he have the right to be forgotten? And that's the thing with the EU, is that the new stuff coming up in May, because you can be fined like, I mean, just 4% of the company's revenue or whatever. There's some pretty stiff penalties for not having adequate adherence. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I think it might be under coin. Desk maybe? No. Oh, where was that article? Well, anyway, it's on the new regulation coming up for Europe, and I believe it's on May, coming up in May, where that's going to kick in. But anyway, the partnerships look okay. Keep in mind, they're not going to compete. MediBlock and Medical Chain are not going to compete. They're in different markets. Let's see. Take a look at their white paper real quick. See what they're trying to do. What price are they at? They're at 10 cents. 11 cents. High volatility. And I don't want to download it. I'll take a look at Medical Chain. That looks interesting. It's still at 10 cents. I mean, you know, come on. Because the medical information is a very, very, very solid use case. And so that's quite interesting. And so you're looking at these. You have MediBlock, which I like. Plus, they're a lot cheaper right now. They're not doing marketing, any type of marketing on purpose. They're mainly concentrating on getting the thing done, which I like. So we'll see. I need to take a look at Medical Chain, and they are on KuCoin. So yeah, 10 cents. So we'll see. Just don't know enough yet. Alrighty, what do we have? Yeah, I like Med, South Korea. Okay, thanks for letting me know, guys, that you're still here. What do I think of these Art Intel? Oh, AI. AI's, they're full of crap. They're full of crap, man. It's not AI. It's you know, they're full of crap. They don't have AI that's out there. All it is pattern recognition, like being able to do when you write something down in handwriting and you train the computer to say, okay, like in cursive or whatever, okay, this is an A, this is a B, this is a C. That's all it does, and it compares it, and it has like a little neural network that that compares it, which is basically nothing more than a smart switch. If I can speak to this because I've developed strong AI stuff. Strong AI is, take a look at it, okay? Strong AI is what people are inferring as being AI. This AI stuff that they have is not it. Plus, another thing, I have a thing about a computer or somebody else, some other outside entity other than myself, actually making trades without me being there to actually hit approve on each one. I want to hit approve. I'm manual that way. I don't want any type of automatic trading bots or any of that stuff. I don't care. I don't want that. I want the control for myself when it comes to crypto and keys and stuff like that. I want the control. As far as AI stuff, yeah, they can do some basic pattern matching, but man, things like HAL, like in 2001 Space Odyssey, that is minimum 30, 50 years off. And that's if they work on it hard, okay? It's a long way off for strong AI. So Sunum and Syndicator and stuff, I don't like them. Not for long-term holds. Swing trades, different story, right? you know, different story. So is Sunum on here? S&M. Come on. So is it looking tasty? Let's see. This is on the 4 hour. Let's see. It's going up. No, that's no longer tasty to me. If it was down in here, this would be tasty. Where I'm looking at this coiling thing, that would be tasty. So this week for me, Sunum is not tasty. Yeah, it could be a little bit. Taking a look at it here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Go to the 4 hour. Well, it does have a. See, here's the pattern I'm showing you guys. You see this? That volume there? Nothing. You have some spikes here. Boom, boom, boom. This is a test. Let it go down. Another test. Is there still something there? Yeah, there's something there. Okay, is there another? That might just be regular people buying in. It might get bumped up a bit to see if any more people actually bite at the bait. You know, I mean, yeah, it can go up or down. If you like Sunum, get it. If you don't like it, don't get it. C&D, Syndicator. Love that pattern. It looks just like Sunum, so they're one and the same. Yeah, same thing. Looks like the same thing. Same algorithm is playing against it. Here's one don't forget about. Ambrosis. This is, if you like supply chain type of things, this is one to take a look at. Long-term hold. Okay, Sunum is what iKey sponsor at this year's consensus on May 14th. Yeah, that I mean, that would be interesting to start accruing that and then dump it maybe like on the 11th or something like that, for the buildup. So it's not that you know, for me, all the AI stuff and the decision making stuff, it's like it's like, please guys, come on, get real. Um, and plus, I don't want to give up the control. Um, but as far as a trading view, hey, you know, I mean, it looks okay. It looks like it's going to continue going up, perhaps. So we'll see. Okay, what are my thoughts on Titanium T-Bar? Providing decentralized cloud servers, attempting to compete with Amazon and Azure. I like the idea, and the price is cheap. I hate Amazon. Um, I'm a custom developer, where I make custom applications and programs. Or let's say I used to. I'm doing other things now. But not so long ago, that's basically what I did. And I I just don't like the Amazon cloud at all. Um, I don't like it. I more of a Microsoft guy. I've had much better luck with Microsoft. Um, hint, hint, Microsoft. And yeah, Amazon. I mean, they can have it. They're AWS, and I don't like it. But the idea of I guess my issue with Amazon is that they're trying to be too much of everything, and I don't like that. It's like they're too big and should be broken up. But as far as getting, if you could get that information out, um, on the blockchain, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, because then what happens is that that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at them. Let's bring up their website real quick. Come on, thing. Oh, it's BAR. Really? Come on, computer. So we're taking a look here at Titanium. I haven't taken a look at them here before. Let's take a look at their team. Guy should be wearing a bow tie. Corvowers, people first. Okay. It's under construction. Okay. White paper, I guess. Take a look at their white paper here real quick. Just doing a quick scan. Quick scan. Okay. Just bear with me, guys. I'm giving this thing a real quick scan. Put down your thoughts. Tell me what you guys think of titanium. Skip their team. New era. Mission statement. Hosted application, dev tools, operating system. Yeah. Here's one thing to think about is that with not just these guys, but with anything, the blockchain is not a database, and there's no way that a blockchain can compete with like even a simple database on a computer. There's no way it can attain those transactions per second. You have massive parallel stuff, but you also got to keep in mind that you can have massive stuff in parallel, but as far as the information being interchanged between the nodes and so on and so forth, that, I mean, if you just do a ping, you can go into Google and type in ping. You can look at the times. Show you what I'm talking about. Command prompt. Bring that up. Command prompt. Type in ping. Google. So I'm looking at a total trip length here. I mean, 24 milliseconds. That is just the network speed itself, okay? And you might have faster or slower network speeds, but try just doing that. Go open up a command prompt, typing in ping, and then have a space, and then www.google.com. And then you hit Control-C to stop, and that's for like on Windows. But getting back to this, if this thing, anything to compete against Amazon is like cool. Same as Facebook. Same as actually YouTube. I've tried DTube. Thing is with that is on the streaming, it's having streaming issues to where you get that hourglass waiting for it to be downloaded and stuff. And that might be different in different areas where it's actually good. Some days it's good. Some days it's just like, forget it. I turn it off. Okay, there's our Solidity. That's too bad. It's an ERC20. Okay, being the ERC20 makes me automatically downgrade it. I don't see a bright future for ERC20 coins. And that's just me. For long term. It's at a penny. It's going down. Some volume spikes here being tested. It's cheap, but will it go anywhere? They're working on their website. Have you heard of the key? Have you heard of the key? Yeah, not feeling it. Sorry, but if you like it, definitely, hey, follow your gut, follow your own instincts. Okay, that's the most important thing. Anyway, let's see what else we have going on. Okay, so that's titanium. Oh, the bar fork to T-bar after hack. Okay, great. I'm still not feeling it. Um, yeah, master nodes and stuff. If you guys want master nodes, check out VeChain. But if you like the bar, hey, you know, CMC does not have T bar, it has bar. Yeah. Have I made a video on why ERC20 does not have a future? Yeah, I have. Um, I don't want to go back to the screen again. But yeah, I have, and it has to deal with where I was talking about this thing right here. ERC20, where I said, okay, this isn't so much Bitcoin that's going to be taking a big dump. I'm seeing this as the ERC20, so the market basically in general, because a majority of the coins are ERC20. Why? Let's take a look. What are the things going on with ERC20? It's been hit with FUD recently from all sides. It has fierce competition stepping up. It has EOS against it. It has VeChain that's coming out in the second quarter, which is going to be a platform. It has Neo hitting it hard. It has, and here's a hard one that a lot of people are missing. They don't know about, and that's Stellar Lumens. Stellar Lumens is going to pound it hard as far as platforms go. So this is the year of the platforms. Last year was the year of Ether. This is the year of the platforms. And Ether has significant competition coming very soon. So that's one reason. Another thing is that you have the SEC taking a look at ICOs real hard, and there's already been a steep decline in things as far as things being launched. But you have the SEC looking at ICOs, and they could say, hey, you're a security. You have to actually go through an IPO and be listed on the exchange, etc. We'll see. And if that happens, how many of those coins, or let's just say they don't even have to be ERC20 token coins, okay? Just say out of all the coins, which ones do you think could possibly be, that could pass and be listed as a security on like NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange? Well, you're looking at Ripple for sure. Love Ripple. XLM, Stellar. Here's an interesting thing about Stellar. It is a organization, a nonprofit. So you can actually donate to Stellar and get a write-off on your taxes. Cool. But Stellar is a nonprofit, so I'm kind of iffy on how those are actually listed. But that's a nonprofit, so it's a little bit different. What else could be definitely listed and make it? You're looking at VeChain for sure. It is a strong company. What else is out there? You have Vibe, VIBE, Vibe Hub. That is a real company, and they just signed a contract. And then there's some other real companies where it's just not vaporware. But a majority of the things out there are vaporware, and that's something to take a look at. So the SEC is going to look at the vaporware thing and saying, hey, you guys are a scam. Cut it. And so we'll just see. But I think that the regulations that it's like the coins skipping the, well, let's put it this way. It's like being able to be a doctor without having to go to medical school. And they don't like that. They want you to pay your dues, and they want you to suffer along the way. Hence, that is the IPO for getting listed on the exchange. It's that process. So they want you to do that. You have to go through the regular channels, be vetted out, etc. and they're seeing, or how I interpret it, is that they see ICOs, the coin offerings, as basically skipping that entire process and doing away with all this, and all of a sudden you have these companies making all this money, which is against the rules. Let's say it's against the rules of their game. And so yeah, they're taking a look at it. So you not only have that, you have the regulations coming down hard. You have the fierce competition of other platforms. In addition, you have the other coins that are coming onto the network. And so what is that going to do? With more of the coins, you're going to have more network activity, which is going to increase the stresses on the ability for the network to handle it, for scalability and so on. And then you have this plasma stuff as scalability, and then you have Buterin come out and all of a sudden announce Plasma Plus. You know, what's up with that? What's up with that? It's like they don't. And then you had the stuff. You had an article where the Ethereum team doesn't really like. I mean, they're bickering amongst each other. They don't know where to go. It's you know, it's a ship without a captain. You have Buterin saying, okay, well, people stop, if they don't stop talking about Lambos, I'm just going to take off. You know, things aren't looking good for Ethereum, and so that's my reasons. And yeah, plus energetically, when I was doing this is woo woo stuff, okay, but when I was doing a viewing on the energy for Ethereum, it's like that's it. And I got out of Ethereum a while back when it was like 1100, and I was thinking, oh man, is that the right decision? You know, because I just went with my viewing, and I think it has been so far. I mean, right now it's like at what, 500. But I used to love Ethereum. Whoops, big time. It's at 518. 518, sucking wind hard. And but it might do something this week. I mean, it has that. It has a consolidation period. The bands are getting tighter. You have a decrease in the. You have a decrease here. It's not ready to fall yet. I'm looking like April for it to fall. So it hit a bounce here, which is big support. So yeah, either going flat or it could be doing something later on tonight. I'm looking, you know, about in a couple hours when the bots start kicking in. So we'll see. Anyway, anything else? I'll take one, maybe two more questions. CMC hasn't updated bar since fork. Yeah. I may swing it. You know, go with what you feel, bro. Go with what you feel, Frey. Stellar and VeChain, both keynote speakers at Consensus this year. Oh, I wish I could go. That would be like totally awesome. Totally awesome. Have I reviewed EOS? Not yet. Still looking at the technology. Still looking at the technology. I know it's very popular, very, very popular. I'm still kind of basically sitting on the sidelines before I do a review on it. And that's another thing, going back to Ether. Who has a ton of Ether? EOS. I mean, they have the year-long ICO, basically, right? A continuous you know, come get the coins. See, do I like it right now? No, I don't like it right now. I don't like it at all right now. Reason being is because it went up too high. I want to see this thing dumped back down to this level for me. Let's take a look at the MACD. Bring that up. Yeah, okay. That's the MACD. How about the RSI? Where are you, little RSI? Scroll that up a bit. There it is. Scroll that down. RSI. Yeah, you can't rely on RSI. Take a look at the volumes here. I'm looking at this thing. This thing is getting dumped. See here in this area here? See these big spikes? Boom, 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 boom of the red. Here again, boom. It got shot up. People are taking profits. Yeah, that is when it was accumulated. Down in this area, in this range, where it's accumulated. Profit taking. Did a test. Another test. Another test. Okay, this thing's ready to go. Let's start dumping. So we have a little bit of accumulation here. A little bit here. This thing's getting dumped. That's my opinion. This is way, 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 way too high. It's another test to see how high it can be pushed before it gets dumped. Now I'm talking about the CO. The volume here. Yeah, I don't yeah, I'm still on the sidelines as far as long term goes. I haven't reviewed it. But if I don't think I would pick this one up. It doesn't look for me like it's for me at this time compared to some of the others for this weekly bump. It's already had its ride, but I do like descending patterns, so keep that in mind. I do like descending patterns, but a lot of its steam I think has already been taken, and so is it going to bump way up here in this range? I don't know. We'll see, but it's definitely has been tested numerous times. That was the main buy-in. Test, got up. Accumulate, distribute. I'm talking Wyckoff stuff here, okay? Educate yourself on Wyckoff. Interesting. That is really interesting. Need to study this chart more. That's all it is. And yeah, I'm taking a look at EOS. I'm going into the tech. That's for sure. Just haven't done it yet. Not ready. Okay, well, I think that's about it. My voice is starting to go. So anyway, best of luck to you guys. And just real quick, yeah, don't forget about Med. And this little guy. Don't forget about this guy. Boom. XLM, Stellar. Check out the news on Stellar. It is Stella. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. And yeah, talk to you later. Watch out for my next video. And thank you, everyone, for coming. And so right now I am shutting down, and you guys have a great, fantastic day. See ya.